have like a middle ground between like going out, like I said, and just trashing your significant other, and then just not saying anything to anyone, and then like holding that in, and then it probably is going to explode.
It will.
So yeah, what is that middle ground?
I think that because I hate like husband bashing culture.
Yeah.
Hate it.
And I'm sorry that it was sounding like I was.
It was. I was like, I don't know. What are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding. It's totally fine. I hate that though. I hate like the stereotype of a bunch of women sitting around at happy hour and just talking about how terrible their husbands are. I hate that because that permeates into what you believe about your husband and what you believe about your marriage. But I do think that I hate the other side of it as well, where you never, ever, 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 ever say anything negative about your husband ever, because like you said, you internalize that stuff and then you become bitter. And then you take it out on your husband because you haven't talked to anybody about it. And like, yes, obviously your spouse is the most ideal person to have those conversations with. But I think we have to have trusted individuals who have proven their weight over years, who are invested, who are for your marriage, that you can go to and say, oh my God, he takes 30-minute poops when the kids are making me nuts. I can't take this anymore. Or something more serious that, like, I think it takes work to create relationships that's safe, that, like, I have, like, 2 friends like that I know that I could be like, you know, I don't talk about this. My husband's, has struggled with being, like, borderline workaholic. He works a ton by choice. I struggle with that sometimes for our family dynamic because our family dynamic is so important to both of us. And I have like 2 people in my life that have been my friends for years that love Jeremy and are for him, that I can go to and say, I'm really frustrated about this, XYZ, and they're going to, if necessary, validate that sucks. I can get how that's frustrating. But let's remember, like, let's try to assume the best about Jeremy. He's doing this because he loves your family, because he wants to go to bat for y'all, because he wants to provide you with the best life he can. Okay, what can we do about it? How can you have a conversation about it? What do you think God is thinking about this? Not somebody that's going to bash him, because I don't ever want to enter those conversations bashing him. I want to enter those conversations, I'm struggling. Because it's human relationships. Like, just because it's a marriage and it's founded on Jesus doesn't mean there's not going to be struggles. But I do think it's really important to have like a few trusted people that you can go to and say, like, this is happening, I'm struggling. And even if they don't have advice, like, just saying it out loud to somebody can be like really beneficial. But the hope is that they can come back and say, like, assume the best about your spouse and kind of like help, maybe, you know, like outside perspective, can't see the forest for the trees, like you're so deep in it, you're like, I don't even know what to do, I don't even know what to say. And they can kind of help give you some guidance there. I think is like a really good middle ground between like bashing your husband and never saying a negative thing.
Yeah. Are these 2 girls people from the church that you've met through like a small group? Are they just like lifelong friends?
Yeah, one of them's a lifelong friend, the other one I met at church. We just met at church, I don't even remember how. But yeah, they're just my people, you know.
And you come together looking for a solution, or like looking for a way to like figure this out, fix it, instead of just like, I'm going to say this negative thing, you're going to stack on top of it, and then we're going to get to the point where when I go home, I'm going to be even more mad.
Exactly.
And like everything's going to be so much more exaggerated about the things that I am mad about or that I hate, that makes me angry.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, that is very different. And I think like, you know, another thing you talk about is teasing. Like teasing your significant other. Do you guys tease a lot? Is that like a
We don't anymore, we used to.
Oh, what happened?
So I am inherently, like, sarcasm is a second language.
Oh gosh.
For me.
Were you sarcastic in the bedroom?
Probably.
Oh no.
But I don't think that's what it boiled down to. But it got to a point where he always thought I was mad at him. Because I was just being sarcastic when I really wasn't mad. And so I remember him being like, I either need us to like, you to like tamper down the sarcasm, or us to have like a hand signal, like that you're being sarcastic, because I can't tell.
Like Dr. Evil.
Right, exactly. Like, I need you to like give me something.
Wait, well, did you have a signal?
No, I ended up
learning
how to not be so sarcastic all the time. I mean, sarcasm is a defense mechanism, if we're being, like, really therapeutically honest about it. And so, no, we pick, and, like, I always say he's closet funny. Like, he is the funniest person I know, but you would never know that for meeting him, like, just outwardly. And so, yeah, I mean, we definitely, like, mess with one another and joke around and stuff, but I don't think we, like, pick on one another or tease or, like, are very sarcastic with each other. Not consistently. But, I mean, he's so funny.
I'm curious, like, maybe one of the biggest, like, teases or maybe pranks that you guys have done, because, like, Ashley and I, because I can relate a little bit. Like, in the beginning of our relationship, she pulled one of the most ultimate pranks on me.
Oh my gosh.
So, my past has been just, like, sprinkled with horrible hairstyles.
Okay.
So she went through my Facebook and just found a ton of old pictures of me with, like, horrible hair. Uh-huh. So the first prank is we're literally sitting at breakfast eating, and, like, her phone lights up, and I just kind of, like, glanced over, and I saw that her background was me with my, like, emo scene haircut, and I was like, wait, what is this? And she's just, like, cracking up, okay? So that's step one.
That's good.
Step two took it to the next level. So this is pre-COVID. I've got my house. She's got her apartment. I'm driving over. I'm hanging out at her apartment. And while I'm there, I open up the fridge. And I've been, like, hanging out there for, like, hours at this point, okay? And I open up the fridge and I look over and I see a photo of me when I had a mullet. And I was like, what is this? And I'm like, babe, what is this? And she's just cracking up laughing. And I just thought, oh, you, like, just hit a photo of me with my mullet. No, I am now later putting something in the microwave, and I open it up, and there's a picture of me with blonde Super Saiyan hair. And I'm like, what is this? And she's cracking up again. And now I'm thinking, how many of these are there? So going back to the 30-minute poop, I go into her bathroom, lift up the toilet seat. What is in the toilet? A picture of me with this crazy hairstyle from back when I was, like, a drummer of a punk rock band. And I thought I found them all. Months later.
Oh my gosh.
My roommate, we're leaving a grocery store, and he was like, Debo, what's on your license plate? And I'm like, nothing. And he was like, no, look. And I looked down, and she had cut out this little perfect circle to go over the orange for the Florida license plate of me wearing this rainbow-colored sweater, like, posing like this. And I was like, it makes sense. Cops have been telling me for 2 months straight, probably trying to figure out what's going on my license plate.
Wow. That's impressive.
Like, that's pretty good. I don't know if that's teasing as much as that's just a prank. Yeah. Do you guys do any of that? Or?
We're not really big prankers.
Okay.
I wish we were, because it's a great story.
Do you have, like, an ultimate story, like, from your history that's like, this is one of the craziest stories? The story that you would, like, tell everyone about you and Jeremy?
It's more like, so he does nothing like that. He does a really funny impression of me. And there was one time where he was in the shower doing it. I don't even remember what it was about, but he was doing this, like, I mean, I was crying. I was laughing so hard, impression of me. And I recorded, like, the floor, but so you could hear him, like, recorded the whole thing and put it on Instagram. And it was, like, at the time, like, one of my most liked posts. And I can't remember what he was talking about, but he just talking about, I think he was talking about, so I'm in his phone as Bull, like Bull in a China Shop, B-U-L-L, mm-hmm. And he calls me Bull, because I am a Bull in a China Shop, 100%. And I think he was talking about, like, I don't really care. I just kind of do what I want. And then, you know, people get upset, and then, no, I don't care. And I just kind of, like, oh, there's a wall. I'm going to go through it. Like, he was, like, giving this, like, just, like, like, meandering dialogue of, like, what goes on in my mind. And he does that all, like, his impression of me is hilarious. And he'll do it in front of my friends, and my friends are like, oh my god, that is what your brain sounds like, isn't it? It's like more like what my brain sounds like. But no, we're not really, like, I don't think we've ever... I came from a pranking family.
Okay.
But he and I don't really do that.
Any good pranks from your family?
Okay, so my sister and I have... My mom is really, like, jumpy. Like, I mean, like, you put a cup down really hard, she's like, like, she's just jumpy.
Oh, man.
And so we get her a lot. I think our best one was we go to Gatlinburg every year, like, as a family.
Love it.
And you know they don't really do it anymore, but, like, the thing that you would, like, pull, like, the spray head that you would pull out, like, it wasn't a part of the faucet. It was, like, a separate thing for the sink.
Yeah.
So we would rubber band that. So when you would turn it, it would spray you.
Amazing.
And we would, like, just kept putting the rubber band on. Like, she'd be like, oh, girls! And she'd take it off, and then, like, an hour later, we would put it back on, and she wouldn't think to check it. And so we just, like, all day long spray her, or... I mean, my parents pranked us. Like, I would get in bed, and, like, there'd be shaving cream under my pillow, or... like, the plastic wrap over the toilet when you go pee. And then it's like, just goes everywhere.
That's a great one.
That's a great one.
It's hard to do on girls, though, because you, like, sit down and you feel it, right?
Not if it's, like, under the toilet seat.
Oh.
You do it, like, on the toilet bowl, and then you put the seat down. Yeah.
What does that do when you sit?
It goes everywhere.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, you're sitting on top. Never mind. I don't know.
It just goes everywhere.
Because I've only seen it from...
Why have we talked about toilets so much in this interview?
That's going to be the blooper reel for you.
Perfect. Perfect. Great. That's awesome.
Hey, y'all. We hope you loved this conversation. Here at Young Married Christian, we are on a mission to see a gospel-centered home made available for every single child in the foster care system. There are 400,000 kids in the foster care system, and there are 400,000 churches in America. Wow. That is crazy. This is absolutely a solvable problem, and we want to be a part of it. If you want to join us in that mission, text the word freedom to 833-370-1610.
833-370-1610. 833-370-1610.
I just did it.
And another thing you can do that is really helpful is to smash the like button on this video.
Smash it like Satan's face. Crush it like it's Lucifer's head.
It really helps us a ton, so smash that like button, subscribe to this channel.
That's it.
Smash the like button on this video.